Hey guys, in this tutorial we're going to tackle a Minecraft cake. We're starting with a 7-inch round ganache cake secured to a cake drum which has been sprayed with a little water. Now you can choose to hand cut each square if you want, but I find this hiding in the back of my cake cupboard. It's just a sheet of plastic with squares printed on. I bought it on my very first trip to Cake International and it came in a packet with a quilted diamond design. I paid about £20, boy did they see a newbie coming. Hold the squares against the cake and count how many squares high it is. This will aid in rolling it out at the right size. Using some pale brown sugar paste, roll it out and press the square mat on top to leave an impression. Use a Dresden tool to straighten or deepen some of the lines. Next, trim along the bottom and cut to however many squares high your cake is. Mine was just over 5. Trim the sides and leave it to set up a little so it doesn't warp when handling. Once it's firmed up, attach it to the cake with water. If you have a distorted edge that can't be fixed, you can just trim that raw off. Cut off the overhang on the top. Add another panel to complete the covering and press in with a smoother to adhere it. Clean up any joins or wavy lines with the Dresden tool. Now Minecraft blocks are various shades of brown, so grab yourself some brown gel colour and add it to a plate. Mixing in water will create a paint. Paint various squares with it all around the cake. To create a different shade, add in some white powder. The one I have is Rainbow Dust Snowdrift. It's now created a lighter brown. Play with various amounts of the gel and the powder to create all sorts of different shades. For the top grass, cut out a wavy circle shape around 8 inch. This will cover the 7-inch top and leave a bit for the overhang. Pull the grass so it hangs just how you want it. Push down the sides and they should stick to the painted squares. Smooth the cut edges with your finger. Add in some little grass lines to the waves with the Dresden tool. Cover the board in green too. I'll leave the full tutorial for that in the iCard. Using some grey sugar paste with Tylo added, roll it out ready for the name. I've traced the name onto greaseproof paper. He has 2 R's in his name, but it's pointless drawing it twice. We can just cut out 2 R's. Lay the paper onto the paste and make an impression with the Dresden tool. Cut them out with a sharp scalpel. Place them on a foam pad to dry and add in some texture lines. Do the same for the age. To back the name and age so it stands out a little more, roll out some black paste with Tylo added. Lay on the name and stick it down with water. Cut around the name with a scalpel and same for the age. You can add further detail by painting on a creeper face to certain letters. I'll hand you over to the Minecraft expert to explain what a creeper is and who we are making next.
The creeper is an enemy of Minecraft, and if it gets near you, it will explode. Steve is the main character that you control, which wears blue pants and a blue top.
To make Steve, you'll need some dark blue paste with Tylo added to keep his shape, and the biggest psycho knife you own. This helps to not distort the paste as much as a smaller knife. You just want to cut a rectangle for his legs, score in a line for his feet, and a line for the centre of his legs. Add white sugar paste to a bit of the blue to make a lighter blue paste for his t-shirt. In the same way, cut out a square shape and cut the legs to size so it's in proportion. Stick them together with a little water. Insert a cocktail stick down so you have one to stick him to the cake to and another one to hold his head. The arms of his t-shirt are just small blocks. For the smaller pieces you can switch back to your scalpel. His arms are rectangles of flesh coloured paste with Tylo added. Trim them and stick them to the sides of his body. His head is just a cube of flesh paste. To help squish the paste into submission, I have two smedgers. As they have a right angle at the bottom, it allows me to keep them upright, nice and straight for the sides of the cube. Keep rotating the cube and squishing it until you're happy with the shape. With grey paint, follow the guideline you pressed in earlier to paint the shoes. We will paint the backs in later. With brown paint, paint on Steve's hairdo. It goes down in little square steps. His other features also get painted on in gel colours and white powder. Put them to one side to dry. Whilst you've got your paintbrush out, we can add a bit of depth to the cracks on the name using grey paint. Now for the creeper. He's made with green cubes with an indent down the centre for his legs. His body is a green rectangle and his head is a cube. Check that his body fits his legs and then stick him into position with water. Links to the paste and the Tylo powder I use are in the link box below. Leave him to set. The TNT boxes are made from red paste and are squished into cubes in the same way. Leave them to firm up a little. Add the name plaque to the front with water and add some cocktail sticks to the back of the number with water and extra black paste. Add this to the cake just on the right to leave enough room for Steve. Now he's set, you can paint the remaining back of the shoes. Add him to the cake and attach his head. You can also finish painting the back of his head as he was previously lying on it. Add the creeper to the board and paint on his face in black. To finish the TNT boxes, wrap a white strip of paste around the centre and score in mini squares into the paste. Finish off by painting the letters on in black paint. Place the TNT boxes around the cake and paint small grey squares on the tops. Roll a piece of black sugar paste into a thin string and attach pieces to the top. The square lines with paint. For a bit of scenery, roll out some tapered green sausages, group them together and then trim at the base. Attach them all around the cake. Using some darker green, create small cone shapes as flower bases. The flowers in Minecraft are very pixelated and some almost look like star shapes, so we're using a star plunger cutter and yellow paste. Attach them to the top of the mini green cones to complete the flower. Finally, airbrush the cake with black under the grass, around the bases of characters, the board and the details. And that's it, all done, a Minecraft cake without a square cutter in sight. Practice with painting the squares or cutting them out to see what's faster for you, because we all know how time consuming Minecraft cakes can be. Hope you enjoyed it, bye guys!